boys and girls, I'm Nick in the States, and in this video, as requested, we're going to compare the lovely, luscious, wonderful Harley Benton DC Junior, which is a really great guitar. 180 bucks US, come on, right? We're going to compare this P90 single P90 Beast, wraparound bridge, single volume, single tone, mahogany based, 24 3/4 inch scale neck, vintage tunery thing, to the Gibson SG Junior, also mahogany body, single P90, wraparound bridge, single volume, single tone, vintage tuner thing. Similar, maybe not identical, but let's see how the Harley Benton pickup sounds and construction and all the other variables make something sound good, bad, or other, including the player. This guy. Yeah. So we'll see how that works, how those play, how these things sound back and forth. I hope you liked the little intro track where we A-beat it and stuff, which was just kind of fun on the standard little E, like hard rock blues and E that I do. So that's that kind of deal. Now we're going to sit here and I'm going to kind of do some back and forth. But before we get any further, we already talked about the Harley Benton a little bit. This is a 69 SG Junior. It had a Maestro on it. The Maestro is actually in the case. So now it's just really a stop tail. Fully stock. It's been around the world, and it's seen some things. It's got its own little share of nicks and scratches, but the headstock has never been broken. Look at that. And it's a very unique headstock, no veneer, factory Gibson logo-y thing, but it's actually, if you look, it's kind of raised up like it's a sticker, because it is. From the factory, that's how it came. They did a few of them in 68, 69, in that range, that were like that, and this is one of those cool little rarities. It's just slightly oddball. This my dad gave me. He had it for a bit. He picked it up, I think, at a pawn shop of all places, and he gave it to me, and it's really cool. The frets are low. It's been played, but the action, it's just a fun, cool, ripping little guitar. To see what it sounds like in comparison to the Harley Benton DC Junior. Now, I have a video recently put up. If you go on my channel, look at my recent uploads, or go look under, search there for the Harley Benton DC Junior. You'll find my review for this. Very solidly built, perfect little guitar. As I say, super inexpensive. This has got a badass bridge, so you'll get better intonation possibilities than on the SG Junior. But overall, a very similar package. Anyway, moving on. Get your mind out of the gutter, people. This is a family channel. Now we're going to do a little challenge and response where I'm going to quickly play the SG. Then we're going to turn around and play a very similar sounding lick from the DC Junior. Shall we do that? As always, we're running out of this directly into a Kemper, a couple key choice Kemper tones. From there into a Behringer Euphoria, and from the Euphoria into my Mac, recording things in Logic, where all I'm doing is adding a little bit of room reverb to make it sound less artificial. Cool? Let's get rolling. You can definitely see there that there isn't as much bass and mass to the pickups in the Benton as there is in the Gibson. Not to say it sounds any worse. It's just easier to get it chunky. You can tell it's still very articulate, very good, especially as you go on the thinner strings. It's very much kind of a par back and forth. It's that classic P90 sound. Very tasty, though, both. This one actually doesn't have a lot of frets left. So some of the bendings are a little bit tough. Yeah, the modern frets on the Benton are a lot more than these fretless Wonder kind of worn down ones on that little guy. It still plays great, but there's just a lot more meat there to grab your bends with you know, a modern new guitar, right? It's pretty cool. Let's grunge it up a little bit though. Let's give it a little bit more push behind it than this and see if the differences are noticeable too. It's just a little meaner. But oh, it's Buzzy! Hello, Buzzy! I will save you from the Buzzy, but you can hear the pickups, and the Gibson, because it's hotter, is a little bit buzzy. Not as much balls, but still articulate and attacky, and just as buzzy loud in my ears. I'm saving you from that, though. Here, I'll give you a little buzz. P90s. Hey, get a noise. Let's do a little chugging, shall we? And with that, well, I've given you a bunch of tones. I've given you some opinions. I'll tell you, the Benton's neck is a bunch slimmer, but the frets and having that much more meat to the fret really helps with bending and attacking things. These frets, I don't think they were super high to begin with, but they're played out. But it still works. It still is great. But when you pick one or the other, this one's more fun to play. This thing, though, has a much girthier, ballsier pickup. It's a noticeable difference when A and B. And I know when I did the review for this, I didn't really feel that big bottom P90 that I expected. It's great, but it's not huge and punchy. I know, though, for both of those problems, there is another version coming out with a big fat baseball bat of a neck, with a stacked humbucker P90, which is supposed to be angrier and bigger and quieter, too. Ironically, bigger, louder, quieter, meaning buzzy. You don't get that buzzing from the single coil because it's a humbucker. Yay! That's coming out. In addition, I just saw from Thoman's official YouTube channel, I'll drop a card up above, they're releasing this in a couple different colors. I think a blue, a cherry, and something else. Natural? Like a dark walnutty looking thing? I think that's what it was. Anyway, the link to the Thoman video should be right up in the little clickaroo thing to the side that I'm not pointing to, because whenever I think I'm pointing to the right side, it's actually the left side, or vice versa, because I'm a simple person, and I mess up a lot. But hopefully this little video, this little Friday treat, is something useful to take a look at, a comparison between these two guitars. And shockingly, I think the Benton holds its own. Just a little less punch to the pickup, but that's very easy to be fixed. And the nice thing about a single pickup guitar is if you want to swap the pickup because you really need that additional push to it, it's just one pickup and 2 or 3 wires. And if you're going to swap the pickup, I recommend Buddha pickups on Reverb. Because Tim from Buddha, no payment. I paid for everything I've ever gotten from Tim. But Tim from Buddha, awesome dude. And he's the guy that's like, how would you like it to sound? What do you want to feel by it? Do you need big tone, little tone, tight tone? You're playing country. He's that kind of guy. And all of his pickups, I think, each are under $100. Maybe they're a little more now, maybe a little less. Check him out. There's a link down below. I'll throw in there for Tim. Free shout out because I love the dude. I love what he does. And he gives you that boutique stuff for an average price. So this is a great platform that for $180 you can spend another $100 on it and give it a little bit more love. If you feel that you need that fat bottom Gibson sound. Fat bottom girls. Anyway, they're girls. Guitars are women. Usually, sometimes. I don't know. With that, I've spoken too long. I've been Nick in the States. Happy Friday, folks. Take care. Or Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. If you're not watching this on the day that it drops, and if you'd like to watch it on the day that it drops, subscribe and click the little belly thing and throw a like and put some comments down there. We're all friends here. Thanks. Take care.
Check out some of these videos and so when you click subscribe button, I'm going to ask you to go to magic class. You know, yeah, I'm going to ask you to go to magic class.
Ninja class!